Namaste, my little creators, my little sparks of God. Welcome to Sparks of God. And I am Caroline. And yeah, I know I seem a little loopy. I am exhausted. It is 5:15 and I have been at this since 6 a.m. I've been up since 3 a.m. So I am just done with today, right? So I wanted to do this because I just finished uploading all of my videos to my Patreon. These videos cover my life from childhood to now, about what I went through, what I learned, and how the universe was paving the way for this moment, spiritual awakening, and union with my twin flame. So this video is going to be on the game of life and how to play it by Florence Scovel. So in the beginning, she says, it is taught that life is a game of giving and receiving. Karma. What you sow, so you shall reap. And for those who remember, I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to you. So, and I really love that because that is a manifestation lesson at an early age. Because, I talked about like attracts like. If you want to attract a certain type of person, you need to embody the qualities that person has so you can attract them to you. I love that. I'm rubber, you're glue. She says that we need to train our brains for good. Now, that means focus on the good. Focus on the positivity. Focus on things that make you happy. Focus on the silver lining. So yeah, we need to focus on the positive aspects of our life, the silver linings. Every dark cloud has a silver lining, and we must focus on that. It's like, the funny thing is that I have a friend who is an eternal optimist. I always say that he lives in the land of rainbows and lollipops, and he has pixie dust for brains, because he's the eternal optimist. And I found him incredibly annoying. But as I kind of went through this, I started kind of realizing, yeah, like being the eternal optimist is a really good thing. And, I like being so positive. It really brings out my sense of humor. It really brings out confidence, and it just heightens my spiritual side. So yeah, I kind of get it. So yeah, I don't tell him that he has pixie dust for brains anymore. She says there's 3 departments of the mind: subconscious, conscious, and superconscious. So basically the subconscious is power without direction. Have you ever seen those videos of people starting up their lawnmowers and they just take off in a random direction? That's our brain without a driver. It just goes wherever it feels like going. Now the conscious is carnal. It sees life as it is. It sees the 3D, what's going on around us. And it directs the subconscious. So you have to think, everything around you is a result of your core beliefs, of what you have manifested. Okay? So as long as you continue to focus on the 3D, you're telling your subconscious you want more of this 3D. And that just puts you into a tailspin of things that you don't want. Now, above the consciousness is super conscious. I don't know why that's so hard for me to say it is. Which is the God mind. It's perfection. It's divine design. Your super conscious holds the blueprints for your divine reality. Once you realize and you see, you start to develop knowledge of your divine reality, that downloads into your consciousness. Okay? And then you start living as if you ignore the 3D and live as if you have your desired person, your desired bank account, your desired car, whatever it happens to be. And then as your conscious, as your conscious, starts to be filled with these visions of your reality, okay? What you can't be in wishful thinking. You have to be solid in your reality. Remember that reality is perception. Your perception of reality is your divine reality. And you need to basically inundate your conscious with the divine reality. Because as you do that, the more you do that, the more it starts downloading into the subconscious, the more it starts driving the bus. Instead of going down the road with all the potholes, it goes down the road that's nice and smooth and perfect, right? And you want to drive that smooth, perfect road. You don't want the potholes.
I'm a pothole, so okay, bye.
So it's if you look at it, it's like the Trinity. God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. You can kind of do it that way. Think of it that way. You know? What are all three? All three are basically one. All three are basically God. They're just split up into 3 sections. What are these 3 consciousnesses? Okay? They are all 3 basically you. All 3 are you. They're just split up into 3 different levels. So you can look at it that way. So she talks about the law of substitution. What you want may not be the right thing. Something better is waiting. And this goes with what I was saying about when one door closes, another one opens. If you're in a relationship and it doesn't go well, that's because something better is waiting. If you have a job and your job ends, that's because something better is waiting. And that is the law of substitution. Like I was saying before in one of my other videos, if the universe looks at you and you're just not getting it, the universe will start pulling things out of your life, pulls your relationship apart, gets rid of the job, gets rid of the car, in order for you to realize that there's something better out there for you. And it will kind of pique your interest by, let's say, your relationship ends. Of course, anytime a relationship ends, it's sad. But then you meet someone who is so much better than your ex. You know? And then you're like, oh, this is so much better. You know, you're so much happier. Your car craps out, right? And it doesn't run anymore. You have to get rid of it. Well, you have an opportunity to get something better. You're given an opportunity to get something better. That is why you must be grateful. Okay? Be grateful for what you have, but be grateful again when you lose it. Because destruction of the old to make room for the new. Be grateful for what you get, and then be grateful that it's ending because it makes room for something new. She says you can bring disaster into your life by idle words. Self-deprecating humor can attract what you think you are joking about. So I tend to have self-deprecating humor. Like I will do something, or I tend to be a little clumsy sometimes. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Well, the universe doesn't have a sense of humor. And it will say like, oh, you think you're stupid? Okay, I'll bring you more situations to make you feel stupid. Or if you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so broke, I don't know what I'm going to do. But you're kind of like, you're joking. When you joke about negative things like that, the universe takes it as serious, and it's going to bring you more situations to make you feel that way. And you're like, oh my God, universe, hold on. I was just joking. Universe is like, I have no sense of humor. Watch what you say. Follow your intuition. Now, if you split up intuition, it's intuition, learning from within. And that's what you're doing when you follow your intuition. You are learning from within. Your guides send you the map. Your guides are throwing maps at you and say, this is the map. You gotta follow the map. And if you follow the map, you'll get to where you want to go. But if you don't follow the map and you throw it in the river, like, what's his name? Mike from Blair Witch Project, how he threw their map into the river. Guess what happened to them? They ended up in a creepy house with a weird, creepy guy who basically ended them. So you don't want to end up in the creepy house. You want to end up in the castle. You are an irresistible magnet for all that belongs to you by divine rights. You are entitled to it. You have a right to it. Okay? And that's why you must be grateful for what you receive, because that could be part of your divine reality. You know, she tells this story about, I call it the rose tree story. So this lady wished for a rose tree, and she just desired this rose tree with all of her being. And for some reason, her friend felt compelled to send her flowers. So the friend ordered lilies. Well, somehow the proprietor of the flower shop screwed up and sent the lady a rose tree. Why? Because it was in her divine plan. And she had a divine right to that rose tree. It didn't matter that the friend ordered lilies. The friend could have ordered elephants and she would have gotten her rose tree. So the next thing she says is, fear will trip you up every time. Fear of lack, fear of failure, fear of rejection. Okay? You have to think about, I mean, of course we have these fears because we're all human. You know, and you know, I still kind of suffer from fear when it comes to my twin flame. I have to remain steadfast that he knows how I feel about him and that he feels the same way about me. Sometimes I feel like he is too good for me, but I have to tell myself, no, he is the other half of my soul, and we are perfect for each other. We are a perfect fit for each other. Neither is better than the other. Okay? So, Jesus said, O ye of little faith. Exactly. Ye of little faith. You must have faith. Faith in your divine plan. Okay? You have to have faith in your divine plan. Because you're given this blueprint of your divine plan of everything you've ever wanted, and it's rightfully yours. It belongs to you. It has your name scrawled all over it. Okay? So you have to have faith in it. You have to live it. There's so much introspection that you need to do with this. And it starts with writing down your perfect reality. And then going deeper into it. How does having that feel? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? I mean, that last one, I don't know why I threw that in. When it comes to certain objects, that could be pretty gross. So she says the object of the game of life is to see one's good, to flood the subconscious mind with good. Again, it comes down to karma. Okay? It's karma. What you give, you receive, like attracts like. You want to flood your subconscious with the positive, with abundance, with prosperity, with love, with all of the good stuff that you want. And that's the game of life, giving and receiving. Okay? And to me, giving means giving of yourself. You are working on yourself. You are purging all of that negativity. You are erasing that hard drive of negativity to be able to fill it with only good things. So that was part 1 of the game of life and how to play it by Florence Scovel Shinn. I'm going to do part 2 tomorrow. I'm exhausted. It's been a really long day. I've been at this for like 12 hours now. Patreon just took most of the day. I have probably 4 or 5 videos on my Patreon right now. Link is in the description. Please go check it out. I appreciate, and would love your support. But to everybody who views my videos, subscribes, joins my Patreon, and supports my channel, I love you. You guys are amazing. I'm grateful for you. I'm appreciative. I can't possibly tell you how much you guys mean to me. So please have a wonderful week ahead. Make it your best week. Make sure to spread positivity and gratitude and love to everyone you meet. And have a smile on your face at all times on purpose. And I will see you next time.